Hello! Before I get started in some of the other videos here showing how I put the B unit back together, I'm going to go ahead and show you what we did for Easter. I went ahead and put the regular running trains, not the TMCC ones, the non-TMCC trains up on the top level of the layout here, and got them going. My original intention was to get the whole Hogwarts Express up and running to show the kids, and unfortunately that Hogwarts Express engine had issues going around some of the corners, so I might have a loose wire in there or something that's preventing it from when it would hit some of the corners it would actually stop. So what I'm going to do is show you real quick the some of my older engines here that actually did work. So hold on here just a moment. Here is, I have the Lionel newer ZW that uses the power bricks, and I also have a Power Master here, that allows me to actually control the voltage on the lines instead of just full 18 whenever I turn it on. So what I've done here is I would use a rail car like that has a light on it to use as my voltage meter. So what I'll do here is I'll hit track, and it's 3. So track 3. I'll hit boost, and I can tell something's going on. Let me crank it up just a little bit here, and you can see the light actually getting brighter. Let's hit the neutral there, a reverser on this, and it actually puts it in neutral. So let's give it a try. Alright, let's go forward. So I'll just hit the direction button here. But before I do that, I'll turn the power down just a little bit so it doesn't tear out. There we go. So you can see the Hogwarts Express that I'm running here. Let's move it over here. Oh, don't pause. There we go. Keep her going. Not bad for an older engine. So what I'll do is I'll just put it in neutral by pressing the direction button once. Let's turn the bell on. And one of my favorite cars here is the Hogwarts Dementor's car. And this one actually just makes noise, and the lights flicker and everything when the Dementors come. Oh, there it goes. Let me turn off the bell here so you can hear it. This is a lot of fun, especially when the lights are out. So one of the things I like to do is run some of the older engines, because nothing like the smell of ozone as they're going by, and they don't have, some of them don't have a whole lot of sound or anything like that, but boy, they sure, you can tell they're working hard with those older motors in there. So let's go ahead and back this up. I'm going to switch out real quick and put a diesel on here that hasn't been ran for a while, and you can see, oh, come on, we can do this. Oh, I got wheel slip. It's working hard. Oh no, come on. A little further. No, okay, there we go. All right, let me pause this. Okay, and what I'm talking about is some of these old ones, like this Texas Special here. One of my favorites. Well, you can really hear this thing laboring when it works. When it runs around the corners, then the sound of the reverser in there working and stuff. It's quite a thing. Now this is the 210, and here is the 211. Both of these were featured on the cover of the 2018 December O-Gauge Railroader magazine from my dad's layout. We put those up there and made for quite a picture. So let's go ahead and get this thing going. I'm gonna crank up the power using the remote, I hope. There we go. Hey, I see light over there. Oh yeah, you can hear it now. Let's hit the reverse. Try it again. Neutral. Forward. There we go. Woo! After all these years, that thing can still pull the Hogwarts Express. That's amazing. Whoa! Well, off to, I'll show you how I put that B unit back together now. So what I have here is the clean top. I'm going to scoot this out of the way a little bit. And since I haven't put together a crate, so let's put this gently in there, because these are not cheap. Let's take a look at what we have here. So I'm just using a regular Phillips screwdriver here. There's usually just 4 screws holding these things together. Let's take a look here. So if I look under the wheel set here, I see this screw here is what holds this ladder piece on place. I don't want to touch that, but you can see one there. Let's take a look here. Oh, there might be more than 4. Let's take a look here. There's one there. Looks like possibly one there. and one there. But now I'll start with just these two. Oops. Boy, that's hard to see. Two outer ones here on the outside, and the same goes on the back side here. I'll get those off, and let's see what happens here. So after, right here you can see we have the smoker. This piece just pulls right off. Put that over in my little bucket there just so I don't lose anything. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull these 4 screws off and take a look at the actual batting. See if it's scorched, and take a look at the resistor that's in there that actually produces the smoke. So let's take a look. One thing I noticed is, well, that thing's just riding loose on there. I have some screws that need to be tightened. Oh no. There we go. Three. And let's get this last one here. Boy, I really need to tighten that down there. Let's just take a look at what's going on under here. So I'll gently pull this off because I know there's wires connected to the back side. Turn this around so I can see. Oh, that doesn't look bad at all. Isn't that interesting? Wow, I might have to do some more searching here. I'm hoping that it's just a matter of, I thought I reprogrammed it. I did a factory reset on it, but maybe not. And you can see the batting in there. It's looking pretty good. So that's not a problem. I do know that this fan was actually making a little bit of noise, so the folks that I purchased it from said go ahead and add a little bit of label 107. So we'll go ahead and go underneath here where the motor is. You can see the fan driven motor under there. See if there's a place where I can get a couple drops in there to keep it from squeaking. So let's take a look. Go ahead and reattached the top of the smoker here, but I think I'm looking at the pillar. It's really loose down here. Oh dear. I hope that's not broken. Look at that. I'm gonna have to tear into this. It looks like I'm gonna have to pull the bottom piece off. It's held on by 4 screws here. just so I can get to where the pillar is, so I can see if it can be reattached. So let me take a look at that. What I'm going to do is temporarily, since I've got to turn this upside down to get to those screws, I'm going to put the shell back over the top of it so I can set it upside down in here to access the bottom. Still there? Alright, good. So let's go ahead and pull the screws out. 1, 2. I guess it's going to be up here. 3, 4, here. See if that's all it is. Okay, good. Interesting looking piece. Pull that last screw out of there so I don't accidentally lose it. Maybe. There we go. Set that aside. Pull back the foil that's on here, protecting the stuff underneath, and take a look at what we have here. Will you look at that? Take a closer look here. The bottom of that pillar is just kind of just floating around. So my guess is I'll loosen that up, slide it back on there, and give it a good tighten, and that'll be good for now. Pull that over. Boy, that is the wackiest design. Let's try this. Like, really? That's gonna hold it? Ay, ay, ay. And I can see excessive smoke fluid drain down into the bottom. Great. Now, I'm no trained repair guy, but it just doesn't seem like a very good way of holding that pillar in place. Let's take a look here if I can slide that over just enough to get it to catch, and give it a tighten here and see what happens. No. Okay. Put the foil back on there. No. That is just weird. Don't know what the foil's for. I might have to get a replacement for Lionel for that. Now let's take a look at how that pillar is sitting now. And unfortunately, the other screw that I need to tighten is buried underneath this plate right here, which is holding, looks like the truck's on, and I'm not going to remove the truck, so that's a whole different ball game there. Okay, let's take a look here. Yeah, let's see, what do I want to do next? Let's see. I might put it on the track over here and give it a run just to see if anything's changed. So I've got it set for smoke, set for run. Let's see if I get any kind of anything out of it. And what I'm gonna do though is leave this top off while I'm doing this so I can actually see what's going on. Oh boy, that's a scary noise. We'll put the cap over there, the shell. Leave that on there. We have, it's definitely a lot sturdier. I just don't like that. I don't like that at all. Let's take a look here. Look at that. What in the world? You would think they would have drilled a hole through the frame here to put that screw through instead of just clamping it on the side like that. So let's take a look and see what happens here. Okay, what what I'm looking at here is we are actually getting smoke from the resistor, so it's actually putting out a little bit of heat. But on the inside, you can see the fan's not moving at all. And so it looks like I'm up to calling, getting a hold of Hennings or somebody to get a replacement motor for that thing. That's the most least expensive way of looking at it, I know. I've had to replace those motors before, and in one of my diesels here, and it's not that big of a deal. It's just probably out about 15 bucks. Let's take a look, and I'll put this all back together. I definitely wouldn't suggest doing this with the power on, unfortunately. I will go ahead and shut everything down and pull this off the track and put it all back together and get something ordered up right away. So that would be it for the smoke crisis. And let's take a look over here, and we have Luke over there continuing to work on adding lighting to the buildings. Say hi, Luke.
Hello.
Oh, it's looking awesome. So with that, we'll make it a short video, and as soon as I get the pieces in I need, I'll throw it together and show you the results. It's been a busy day. I will, like I say, get those parts ordered up right away, and I'll show you the results as soon as I get them in. And thank you for watching. Okay, I thought I was done. I went ahead and pulled off the actual smoke unit itself here. And what I meant was, back when I first got this, it was making a bad noise. Well, now it makes even a worse noise. So to test this out, is I disconnected the Molex plug from the circuit board. And then I'm just going to take and, let's see here, I'll put a little bit of power on one side. And I'll put some on this other side here. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's making a kind of a rattling noise. And that was what I was having problems with in the past. As it was, the motor was doing some weird stuff. So I'll go ahead and order up a replacement for that to see if that'll solve my problems I'm having. So we'll give that a go. So until next time, there you have it. We'll probably be a couple weeks now for getting the part in. So in between now and then, I can probably get some other stuff done. So here we go, day 2. Definitely what I could suggest is, if you're not familiar with taking these things apart, avoid it as at all possible. For some reason, I'm having a hard time getting the front, well, the truck back in here where it needs to be without pinching something that prevents it from moving. So let me give it a go here again and see what we can come up with here. What I'm talking about here is, in order to get to the screws that I needed to tighten back here, that were mounted from underneath, I actually had to take a couple screws out so that I could remove this the truck base right here. And now every time I put these 2 screws back in to tighten it back up, it stops moving. So I'm going to go ahead and see what I can do to get that straightened out right away. And also, basically what I'm doing is I'm putting this back together. I'm going to do a factory reset on it again, and I'm going to see if I can get that fan motor working with the board, with it all put back together. If not, then I'm afraid I might need to replace this smoke unit, because I might have, there might be something wrong with the actual board itself. Could be interesting. Let's give this a try. And here the cover, so I can put it on its top side without damaging anything. I hope. Here. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and try this again. So what I'm trying to do is get this. Looks like I already have 2 of the screws in. Let's go ahead and try a couple more. Okay. These should fit flush and should not interfere with the actual movement of the truck. Let's give this a go. Okay, that's still moving from there. Let's get this around. Get this other side here. I wonder, I bet you I used the wrong screws back here. Try these. These are kind of a flathead screw. You can see that. It's a screw with a top that's not rounded, I guess. That's probably my problem right there. I had the wrong screws in the back. A lot of times I'll take pictures of these things before I take them apart so that I can easily put it back together the way it was it's supposed meant to be, and I didn't do that this time by mistake. Pull this guy off here real quick. Get this rounded one out of here. I know that goes somewhere else, and I'm sure I'll find out real quick where that needs to be. Looks like one of those bigger screws, like the ones that actually hold the plastic, the top in place. So let's go ahead and switch that around. There's that one, that one. One more. Let's give it one more. One more screw, and it looks like I'm still moving, so that's a good thing. Still, I'm trying to get this in here, and it's like it's buried underneath the truck. These screws, they don't make it too simple. Well, okay, that's much better. We're still moving. Bonus points. All right. So let me see what we have here. I'm going to pull this back apart. Good. Got everything all tightened back up. I'm not too satisfied with these little pieces here, but these move a little bit. But I'll leave it at that. I don't want anything to get damaged. Okay, all my Molex plugs are in place the way they should be. Now I'm going to go put it on the track, reprogram it. So to do that, I will put it back in program mode. Slip that over there. And let's move over to the layout. Okay, let's get this thing reset here. And since it's been a while since I've done this, I need to take a look at the instructions. There we go. Looks like this is exactly what I need. I don't know how this works with a dummy unit, but let me take a look here. We've says here I need to press boost, And then I'm going to make this 6 again. So press engine. I'm going to press 6. That's 9. 6. And then it says set. I don't know if it did anything. It's kind of hard to tell. There's no horn on this. I'll try that one more time. Oh, fan's actually moving. That's a good thing. Okay. Try it one more time. Because I wasn't able to see the light. If that's what's going to happen, if the light blinks that's on the back side. So it says, okay, got the power. So I'm going to go engine, 6, and then set. Engine, 6, set. Nothing. Well, that's not good. Let's take a look here. We power down the track, and I'm going to pull that off there and see, make sure that it's in program. Level 3. Luckily I have an easy way to do that. I have a breaker over here on the side that I can just hit to go ahead and shut that off instead of going through the process of powering down the power on the track with a remote. Okay, smoke, no smoke. Program's on. I'll put it in this direction this time, the other direction, so that we can actually see if that light flickers or does something when boy, that seems a little bit, oh, there we go. Yep, wasn't on the track. That's much better. So yeah, I expect, my guess is that light right there is actually supposed to blink or something when it receives its programming. If I'm not getting my programming, then that would explain why I can't control the smoke or anything. So let me try it one more time. I'll turn the power on just by hitting the breaker over here. Whoa, almost lost my remote. Okay, power is back on. Okay, I'm still in program mode. I'm going to go ahead and try it one more time here. So it's engine, and I'm going to call this 6, and then hit set. Nothing. Ah, shucks. That's interesting. Well, I might have an issue. Oh boy. That's not good. It's not accepting programming. Because it's not going to regulate the smoke coming out of there if it doesn't know that the train's actually running. Let me add a little bit of this smoke to it, just to see if I can get anything out of it. Smoke fluid. And I'm learning that even though these things burn through the smoke fluid really quick, don't overfill it. I noticed that the circuit board underneath here was actually soaked. I don't know how that happened, but that's not good. Come on, smoke. Smoke, please, smoke. Oh, shucks. Well, there you have it. I'm going to have to look up the instructions for this engine, this B unit, and see if there's anything else I can try to make this thing work, because that's kind of a sad day when something like this doesn't work. It's very nice for the moment when it did for a while there. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back together and see if I can come up with a plan B. I'm going to go ahead and at least give it a run around the track and see what happens here. So this is train 9 boost. I have just reprogrammed the entire set here in a lash up. Let's see if it works. Train 9 boost. Let's give it a roll around the layout here. See here, let's go head, and I will hit the reverser here. Okay. Try to go forward, and let's give it a go. We have smoke. We have smoke. That is awesome. Smoke, smoke, smoke. Oh, now the A unit is not smoking. I'll have to add some more fluid to that one. Good. This guy's smoking. This guy's smoking, so I can put the cap back on him. And okay, come on, come on, GoPro. Loose. And so we're back in business, it looks like. I do have my directions mixed up a little bit there. Let me try this. That is really odd. When I programmed it, the light worked, but now it's not working. I think it's one of the joys of TMCC. With me at least, it's a really good feeling when it works, but it doesn't always work. So let's I want to put the top back on here and get this thing back together the way it should be. Here we go. Let's see, I have this all ready to go. I'm going to take and make sure that don't want to forget the smoker. Okay, the smoker piece that goes in here, and let's take a look here, make sure that I have it going in the right direction. So this cap goes on like this. Let's take a look. It looks like that works. Make sure it's good and straight. Slide that over there. Yep. And then what I can tell is, you can see right here, this right here has a little lens for the light, which is on this end, so not a problem. Got that going for me. I figured that out all by myself. Okay, so gently slide that back on there, and I'm going to turn this over and put it in the cradle. I really do need to upgrade this cradle. Okay, now the trick is to find out, make sure that I have all the screws back in that need to go in there. So first I'm going to start with, I'll put in the main screws first. Oh, wait, nope. I'm going to put in the fuel tank. Now, one of the things is that there's this little piece of foil that was in there covering the circuit board and such. Lucky for me there, I've got some of this duct tape foil that's sticky. I can cut off a chunk of. I'll make it a nice neat piece here. And just make it roughly the same size as the one I pulled off. Brand new one. Put that in there. From a previous project, you can see in some of my other videos. And here's the tricky part, getting that back off of here. Alright. I think I got it. Oh boy. Okay. Alright. Now, I'm going to make sure that I don't have any smoke fluid sitting on there still. And I'll just tape over this hole here that they have in place here that I don't know why it's foil, but we will replace it with what was there. So, okay, got that on there. Now, I put on this piece here. Let me see, I don't think it matters which way it goes, but I'll put it back on this way with the speaker hole for the speaker that doesn't exist right there. Okay, now I have my screws. I'm going to go ahead and put those in there. All 4 of those. Good. Okay, let's go ahead and now I won't tighten them all the way at first. I want to make sure I get every one of those screws in there. Oops. Before I give it a good tighten. Now that I have all 4 screws in there, I'm going to give it just a little bit of a nudge here just to make sure that each one of these is good and snug. Not to over tighten though, because I don't want to strip the top end of a Phillips screw out. We all know what that's like. Alright, now I'm going to take and put in the screws that hold the top on. Get that going real quick. Let's see here, I'll do one side and then I'll do the other. Just turn it around. I'll make it easy peasy. Got that. There's 3 for this side. Let's go around. Really excited to get this thing back on the rail. Let's go ahead and get these 3 in. 1, 2, and 3. So I'm really pleased to know that the problem I was having with the truck moving back here, it looks like it was just I had the wrong screw in there. I was hitting the screw. So got that going for me. And now the last piece is the steps, or get those back in place. I find it's easy just to lift it up a little bit, get that screw in there, and then use the actual steps just to hold the screw in place while I find the hole here. I'll do the same thing for this side. Put that in there, screw it in, and this guy is about ready to go. Whew. perfect. Make sure that the trucks aren't going to hit it. I think we're good. All right, let's put this thing back on the track and make it run. I've got this back on the track, and I'm going to go ahead and give it a run around the loop here and see what happens. Once again, train number 9, and give it a boost. Woohoo! It worked. That is good. I do not know where the GoPro is going. Here we go. Let's adjust the directional here. Come on. Got that going for us. Let's go. What is this thing doing? Oh no, look at that smoke coming out of the B unit. It's just laying there. Oh, I'm kind of thinking I'm going to have to replace that fan motor. Let me give it a good blow here. It's just not producing the airflow that it needs to do something like that. That's what I want. I want to fill the whole room with smoke. This guy should be smoking too. Okay. Let's give it a well. Sometimes that smoke fluid gets a little Alright. So I think in the meantime I'm going to go ahead and get a hold of Hennings or somebody and get that replacement motor ordered up, because it actually kind of worked, but I'm thinking that yeah, I had to give it quite a bit of juice to actually get it rolling. So let me roll this around the track a couple more times and see if, put it under simulated load. See what happens here. One thing also I noticed is I always have problems with these lash ups. When I'm in forward, the headlight's not turning on. Will you look at that? Well, I'll have to work on that too while I'm at it. So with that, I think I'm going to wrap this one up. Thank you for watching, and I will follow up with a motor replacement. If anybody wants to see it, I will go ahead and throw that on the YouTube also. Thank you for watching.